Hello everyone. Now let's work on the tutorials part of our website. So let's go check first the examples page in the Bootstrap website. Pwede tayong maghanap dito ng design na gusto natin. So since we'll be using cards, I think this design is suitable. Itong design na to ang gagayahin natin. So I'll show you paano nyo ma-access tong code ng design na to. So you right click on the page and choose view page source. So dito makikita nyo yung CSS and HTML code ng web page na to. So since we need the cards for that specific design, I'll just copy this part here. Just select until here and then Control C and then paste it in our brackets. After this closing navbar, you have to paste it here. So when we save and preview, so now ngayon we have our cards in our index page. Let's just update the images and the text. So again, balik tayo dito sa page. So gaya ng pinakita ko, pwede nyong i-copy yung design ng isang page. Just right-click and view page source. Tapos select nyo lang yung code na kailangan nyo. Or instead of doing that, pwede rin kayong pumunta ng documentation ng Bootstrap and then on the cards component, may mga sample din dito. So, ito yung kailangan natin. So, pwede din yung kopyahin yung code and paste it on your file in brackets. But the one I showed you, ito, is much easier. So, depende sa inyo kung ano yung gagayahin nyo. So now let's go to our brackets and edit our card. So first is py-5, which means padding y or padding top and bottom of 5. Kaya may padding dito at dito sa baba. BG light is for the background color of light, which is ito. As you can see, hindi siya white, not like this. Ito yung maganda sa cards. May sarili na siyang back shadow. So what we need to do is i-edit na lang. So what we need is this one. Gusto kong palitan to ng image. So img src image / tutorial1 tutorial_1. When we save and preview, ito na yung tsura ng card natin. So let's go back to brackets. Then we will use a class for this. So itong class na to is this one. So kopyahin na lang natin. And paste it here. Save and preview. So our image looks like this. For the card body, we have the text, which is this one, but we need a title. So just like this one. So let's copy this line of code here and then paste it in and paste it after the card body. So instead of card title, I'll change this into HTML and CSS. For the card text, let's change this into this tutorial will help you learn the fundamentals on how to create a structure and design your website. So as you can see, itong text na to is the same with what we have from the previous version of our site, which is the HTML and CSS version. So again, if you haven't checked that out, please do and study that playlist first before doing this one. So what's next is, so we need just one button for this one. I'll remove this div and this column here. And then indent your code properly. And then when we save and preview, so we have title, text, and one button. So itong button, gusto kong palitan ng color blue. So I'll go to the documentation and search for buttons. And then I want this primary color, so I'll copy this class here, btn-primary, and so I'll remove this code here and change it into btn primary. So when we save and preview, ngayon blue na siya. Also, gusto ko tong mag-extend siya sa buong card. So what I need to do is I'll go back to the documentation and this one. Ito yung kailangan ko. So I'll add this class of btn-block para mag full yung length ng button. So when we save and then preview, now our button looks like this. Ngayon naman, itong title na to, gusto ko siyang maging center. So I'll search for text alignment. And then here we have text center class. So I'll copy this and then paste it in the class of the card title. So when we save and preview, ngayon naka-center na yung card title natin. So now this is the final look of our card para sa lahat ng list of tutorials for this page. So what I need to do is I'll just copy this code from here and up to here and paste it. Technically, let's just disregard all the divs we copied from the previous example. Now I'll select this one and paste it here. So we need 7 of this card. So just replace the old codes and paste the new styling of cards that we have. So again, we need 7 of these cards. So let's check, save and preview. So now we have 6, 4, 5, 6. So let's remove 2 cards. So let's go back to brackets and here I'll remove this and also this one. I'll delete this one. So again, when we save and preview, now we have 7 cards. So we'll just change the images, the title, and the text. So let's go back to brackets and change the SRC for the second card. Change it to tutorial 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's save and preview. Now our cards have different images. Now let's work on the second card. Let's change the card title of the second card. We have Java programming and text of. So for the text, we have you will learn how to program from basic to advanced using Java as the language. Next is for the third card, our title will be MySQL and MS Access. For the text, let's change this into when developing dynamic apps, comma, you need to learn about database, and that's what you will learn here. Save it. For the title on the fourth card, let's change this into PHP programming. The card text into a server-side programming. That you need to learn, especially on creating web apps and other systems. Save it. For the fifth card, let's change the title into C++ programming. And the text, let's change this into a programming language that when you learn, it will be easy to learn other languages as well. Period. Save it. For the sixth card, let's change the title into video editing. And then dito sa text, palitan natin. In this tutorial, you will learn how to use Premiere Pro, After Effects, and iMovie. Save it. And for the last card, we'll have, for the title, we'll have JavaScript programming and text into It's also necessary that you know JavaScript aside from HTML and CSS, since this will add interactivity to your website. So save and let's preview. So now we have 7 cards with different texts. So let's minimize and then let's check the design for mobile. Also the nav bar looks good. Again, ito yung maganda sa Bootstrap. As you have noticed, hindi tayo nagdagdag ng media query. So, si Bootstrap na mismo ang gumawa nito para sa atin. So, that's it for this tutorial. If you have questions and clarifications, please comment it down below. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.